Another stretch with Simon. We're actually in Gisborne in New Zealand at the moment, so I might just not have a backing track today and just record the sounds that you can hear in the garden where I'm filming this. So let's just start just by lying down, bringing one knee into the body. Always a good place to start for a gentle loosening of the hip joints and the back as well. This is June and it's winter in New Zealand, so it's a little chilly. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so the sun's starting to go down. So I hope that the lighting allows you to see what I'm doing here. Just a little rocking, feels really nice on the back. I'm going to a twist, really nice for the spine. You notice I shifted my hip underneath slightly. Now, like I say, this is end of the day, it's slowly starting to go dark, getting a little cooler, so I might pause somewhere on the way and put an extra layer on. A nice twist for the spine. Whenever you feel one side is a bit tighter than the other, feel free to stay longer on that tighter side. You can pause the video, stay as long as you want in a posture. I may be doing the same. I might spend longer on one side than the other. I'll edit it so that it's as even as I can possibly make it once I've recorded the video, but you're welcome to stop and use it as you wish. That's why I make them. I'm not timing anything, so you do these postures for as long as you feel you want to do them. So that side for me is tighter, so I'm going to spend just a little bit longer on that side, just easing into it a little bit more. We're in the back garden of my mum's house in Gisborne on the east coast of the North Island of New Zealand. Okay, and then remember, best way to come up from lying down, always push to one side. I'm going to do a little stretch for the hips by taking one foot across the knee, trying to ease down in between two sides. That's really nice on the hip joint, on the glute muscle, side of the thigh. I'm going to stay here for a bit just so it loosens up nicely. You can probably hear the birds in the garden. What you might also start to hear is rain. It's just started raining. I'm outside on a deck, a wooden deck, which is covered, so we're okay. But you might hear the sound of that rain. It feels really nice, it really does. Stretch, I mean. Okay, other side. Pretty even on both sides of this, as in quite tight on both sides. middle of summer. Gisborne is a sunny place. It's actually the first city in the world to see the sun. It's 11 hours ahead of the UK. So it was exactly 5 o'clock in the afternoon here on Monday, which means it is 6 AM in the UK, if that's where you're based. I couldn't say the times in other parts of the world, wherever you may be. Okay, how about a back bend? Cobra. So starting off, just resting on the elbows, just easing into that nice squeeze in the lower back. Feels great. Not only a nice squeeze on the lower back, but also a nice stretch on the front of the body. Really good stretch for the abdominal area. Really good if you've done core work, abdominal exercises, stomach work. Best stretch for that. Squeezes the joints of the back, so that can be really good for easing lower back pain. You've got to be really careful if there is back pain to do it gently. Start off low, work your way higher. I'm going to come up a little bit higher. Slowly straighten the arms. Pause for a little bit, see how that feels, and then we might take it a little bit further. Oh, feels good. Looking up, a little bit of stretch in the neck as well. We're just catching the last of the day's sunlight. There wasn't much of it to begin with. Feels so nice. Down, just slowly lengthening the spine. Always a good idea to go from back bend into a flexion, taking the spine in the opposite direction. I'll just do a version of a child's pose. Feels good. Feels like we need to squat as well. Remember, the squat takes practice. Some of you will find it really easy. Some of you it'll be a challenge. The more you practice, the easier it gets. When I first started doing this, I couldn't get all the way down. Now it feels quite natural after a lot of practice to get there. So go from there into stretch for the leg muscles, ending up in a split. So we'll do hamstring, quad, and then both. So start off with a quad stretch. So this is stretching the front, back leg. Really good one for the psoas. You can sort of tip to one side to feel that slight change in area that you're feeling stretch. Easing back into stretch for the hamstring, the back of the other leg. Then let's take those two movements and put them together. Just lifting the front foot slightly further forwards, working the back foot. Got off the mat, so not the most comfortable. I'm just going to hold this for a little bit so you can feel the stretch in both legs, front of one, back of the other. Just taking this as deep as you want to go. Some of you, I'm sure, will go into a full split. I'm not doing that today, at least. Feels nice. Rain started again. Okay, the easiest way to come out of that is use the toes, tuck gently, slowly, closer and closer, and then we switch. The other side. Same thing again. Quad, front of the back leg. The tire on this side. Easing back. Hamstring. And split. Realised to pull on that a bit close to the edge of the deck, so I'm actually catching a bit of rain here. So it might be a short stretch with Simon today. Feels nice. Okay, coming out of that one as well. Let's do a forward bend or two. Start off with this one, so one knee bent, other straight-ish. I prefer to do them especially at the beginning with the leg bent, it just gives me a nicer stretch in the back. Really nice fold forwards, little twist as well, just really feel those lower back muscles stretching. If the leg is straighter, you'll feel it in the hamstring. If the leg is bent, you'll feel it more in the back. You decide which you prefer to emphasize. Switch sides. Tighter on that side. But tighter in one spot as well, just down to the right side of the lower back. Feels a bit tight today. Let's do both legs. Legs bent, nice stretch for the lower back in particular. Let's fold it forwards and stay here for a little bit. Slowly easing out of that. Whenever you do forward bend, you want to just lie down, bring one knee and then the other, just let the spine adjust. Then if everything feels okay, stretch the legs out. Remember, if your back twinges a little bit, you bring the knees back in again. Everything's feeling okay to do today, not too long a hold anyway. And I'm gonna leave it there today. Hope you enjoyed that. See you again soon.